Let's move on to the reporting section of the Accumine platform. The Data Explorer is a data export utility that allows you to export any data point into an Excel-friendly file format. You can select a set of machines, a time frame, and the data point you're interested in. Once you click Preview Data, a table will appear showing you the last 20 rows of that data set. If you're happy with this preview, go ahead and click on Generate Full Data Set. Once the file is ready, a link will appear prompting you to click to download the file. The drill down tree is an advanced visualization tool that makes it easy to compare key metrics across groups of machines. We typically define a group as a machine type or cell so that the drill down tree allows you to compare various sections of your plant floor in an intuitive way. Alternatively, with multi-building deployments, each group can instead represent an individual building, allowing you to compare different branches of your company. You can select either utilization percent or part count as a metric for the drill down tree, as well as a time frame you're interested in seeing. Clicking on the node labeled All Assets reveals key information associated with all data collected from your company. 28% represents the average utilization based on total time, disregarding any shift schedule, in other words, 24 hours a day capacity. The 6.87 hours represents, on average, how many hours each asset in your company ran for that time frame. The 55% below that shows the average utilization percent based on all scheduled shifts in the company. Here we only have a day shift. The day shift value below that shows the average utilization percentage for that specific shift. Clicking on any group node reveals the key information associated with that particular group of machines. Finally, clicking on an individual machine reveals the key information associated with that particular machine. You can open multiple groups at the same time in order to compare groups and machines against one another. The downtime report summarizes downtime reason entries for each machine. This report can also be generated by shift, which splits up the data across all available shifts in your company. The user settings for this report allow you to filter out any machines you don't need to see downtime data for. The Insight Engine is a powerful reporting tool that lets you visualize standard and custom data, such as data collected through ERP integration. First, we select the data point we're interested in visualizing. Next, we select the unit we'd like to see this data point in. The Show By drop-down allows you to select an appropriate x-axis variable. Selecting time will show the data as time series for the time range and time unit selected. Data can also be grouped in order to aggregate each set of values on the x-axis. You can select a predetermined time range or click on Custom to view a calendar selector that lets you define your own time range. Data can be visualized in many different ways, ranging from a simple table to pie charts, line charts, and statistical process control charts. I personally like viewing group data using the stacked bar chart. We can additionally filter out certain shifts or assets we aren't interested in seeing. Hitting Preview will generate the stacked bar chart. If there are any charts you'd like to save for future use, you can name your configuration and publish it. Once it's published, it'll appear in the Templates menu. Clicking on a template will automatically load the chart. The Insight Engine may appear to be a bit complicated to start with, but it provides a sandbox for manipulating data and ways that provide you with additional insight. The Parts Report is a reporting tool for viewing part counts for a selected set of machines. Reporting by total time generates a chart where the x-axis consists of each individual machine. Clicking on Download CSV Data exports a file with the generated data for further manipulation in Excel. The data can also be generated as time series by selecting any time-based option instead of total time. To generate a shift summary report for a selected time range, select total time as a time unit and enable the by shift toggle. This will generate a bar chart for each shift where the machines are on the x-axis. To generate a shift time series report, select a time unit and ensure that the by shift toggle is enabled. Each shift will now have its own bar chart where time is on the x-axis. The utilization report works similarly to the parts report. Let's go through a few reporting options. To view total utilization percent based on 24-hour availability in a day, we go ahead and click on Generate. Just like the parts report, data in the utilization report can also be exported for further Excel manipulation. To view utilization data in hours instead of percent, enable the Hours toggle. Now let's look at utilization hours by shift. Both the parts and utilization report support asset filtering in the user settings. Additionally, changing the order of the assets will change the way the order of the bars are in the generated bar charts. The timeline report provides a play-by-play of all machine activity by day. Like the real-time displays, yellow signifies that a downtime reason has been entered, red signifies that one has not been entered, and green signifies the machine was running. Hovering over an instance provides additional information. To view the timelines for a previous day, click on the calendar selector to change days. The timelines will automatically reload with the data of the selected day. The user settings support asset filtering and reordering. The final reporting tool is the OEE report. The OEE report is an interactive reporting tool that calculates OEE based on time losses, speed losses, and quality losses. Potential production time is the total available scheduled time based on your shift schedule minus the total time the capacity affecting downtime reasons were active. I'll explain capacity affecting downtime reasons once we get to the settings section. The 18,145 potential production time is the total available production time for all factory assets, since as you can see, all assets is selected in the drop-down above the OEE chart. Time losses are calculated based on machine utilization. So in total, the machines were in downtime for 7,401 minutes. Speed losses are calculated as the time lost based on cycles taking longer than expected. This calculation is based on the hourly targets set within the hourly target versus actual display screen. Quality losses are calculated as the time lost due to the scrap pieces based on the expected target cycle time. Subtracting all three losses away, we get the production time after losses. Going further down, we see day-by-day OEE values with a trend line. Selecting an individual asset will recalculate the OEE data for a specific machine. You can also change the time frame and shift selection. By default, the report takes all scheduled shifts into consideration, but you can select to view data by an individual shift. That concludes the reporting section of the Accumine Cloud Platform.